Hi everyone. I'm Venant and this is Nanette, my beautiful wife, and we just want to share a little bit of our story and adventure with the Pip and Run program presented by Dr. Greg McLeod through the Elite University platform.
Absolutely. So it's an honor to be here and to share our experience with Dr. Greg. So I'm going to ask Bernard a couple of questions and we'll dive right into it. What led you to Dr. Greg and the Pip and Run system?
Mainly coming from a feeling of realizing that as a family and as an individual, I was experiencing a little bit of anxiety around financial freedom and being actually a little bit vulnerable, being dependent on a salary, exchanging hours all the time for a fixed rate.
Many hours.
And realizing that there's a ceiling to this. You can do only so much before it costs you in areas of your life which is quite dear. Family time, mental health. So yeah, that was the
Okay.
main motivator.
Were you skeptical before you started?
I am by default quite a skeptical person, but I think healthy in a sense as well, so that you don't just dismiss things and just say, oh, that'll never work. But when I managed to find Dr. Greg and the program and him reaching out to me for the first time, I was a bit aloof. I was a bit cautious. But his amazing personality and deep caring approach to you as an individual, I think really motivated me to say, I'm going to commit to him and this program.
Absolutely. Why were you willing to sacrifice a holiday to invest in the coaching program?
Oh my goodness. Yes. Yeah. I don't think it's just why was I willing. I think we
Why were
made it.
you willing?
We made the decision. And it was a pretty tough one because we haven't had a break in quite a while. So we were actually looking forward for some time off. But we've discussed it as a family and said, this is potentially extremely valuable to free us financially, create a new wealth, and actually just a new life, the potential of a new life. And I think at the end of it, it's a matter of putting some skin in the game. If you're really serious about doing something, you will make a plan to get to this if it's really truly close to heart. And I don't know what your take was on it. I mean, we've discussed that.
Absolutely. Yeah, for me, I think our journeys are a little bit different. I'm a full-time online entrepreneur. I've been in this game for a long time, but it takes a lot of time, a lot of effort, and trusting the algorithms to push out your content, to land in front of an audience. You need to build an audience for your income to grow. It's a phenomenal way of creating an income, but you're always dependent on someone or something else to really be successful. So for me, the reason I joined the program, and I joined about a month after Wynand, I had no plans. Let me just state that I had zero plans of joining any program actually, until I saw the results Wynand was getting. And I thought, you know what, this finally puts the control in my hands. If this is a skill I can learn and invest my time into, it puts me in control of our finances and our financial future. So we did decide to sacrifice our December holiday, and it was at the end of a very busy and challenging year. To invest that time, we spent time at home that time, and we had a bit of a more relaxed routine. But our focus was getting through the modules, practicing what we learned, connecting with the community, and just getting through the program as quickly as we can so that we can change our future as quickly as we can. So what do you think is some of the benefits of joining as a couple?
Oh, yeah, it's like you said, we didn't actually discuss it at the time, but I think silently I was hoping Nanette would be intrigued enough so that we could, discuss it. But she literally just popped up one morning, so I think I'm going to do this with you, and it was such an amazing opportunity. And journey through all of the content, which is pretty new in I mean, I had no background for trading. I dipped in and out a little bit in investment, and I knew some stuff. But the journey as a collective has been amazing because it allowed us to cross-check, soundboard, digest content, and I think it had the potential to accelerate us progressing through the content. Yeah, I don't know, and perhaps even when we started trading, how did you experience that?
Yeah, so we have quite different trading styles. And just to emphasize what Vainan said, I had zero idea what a pip was. I had absolutely no background. So I just want to encourage you that if you feel you're a complete beginner or you don't have any background knowledge, you're in the right place. That's where I was. I'm an artist, first and foremost. And I think one of the things I found encouraging was Dr. Gregg saying, if you can count to 5 and you know your colors and your patterns, then you can do this. So, and it's absolutely true. I mean, within a month, we were both able to average, I think so part of passing the program is averaging over 90% success rate with a 5% or less percent drawdown in your trades for 2 weeks. And so by the second week, I was able to average 98.7% in all my trades with a 0% drawdown. So that is phenomenal. So if you feel like you need to be an expert, you really don't. I think the less you know, probably the better, because you can build a solid foundation. And Wynand can speak to that a little bit because he had some experience. He did try trading, and you can share what your experience was before Dr. Gregg.
Right. I think I went for a self-service trading platform first, you know, the University of YouTube. And I think was a classic example of just knowing enough to be dangerous. So I jumped in quite early, actually before I joined Dr. Gregg's program. And yeah, I think it was one of those stats that said, you know, 90% of traders will lose 90% of their time or their money in 90 days. So yeah, that's right. That was me. I know what that felt like. I contributed to that, I think. But yeah, I think once you've slowed down, digest the content, make sure you understand it really well. And in the beginning, it was a bit frustrating. And I think this is where the buddy system between Annette and I worked really well. You know,
you get a chance to bounce off. We do have different learning styles and application styles and trading styles. So we work through the videos by ourselves and then applied what we learned. And so when we got stuck anywhere, then we would sort of bounce ideas off each other and like, hey, did I understand this part correctly? How did you, how did you put this to practice? What are the things you've learned? And it offered really beautiful conversations and an opportunity to grow together and also to make sure we really understand the fundamentals of the program. So I highly recommend couples doing this together.
absolutely.
If you're united in your finances and you have a goal and a vision for your family as a couple, I think it's so much more powerful to be on the same page and both working towards that goal together.
Yes,
Who do you think this program is for?
Everyone, anyone. If you are a seasoned trader, to somebody that knows absolutely nothing, have a lot of time, have limited time, I do think it covers the whole spectrum. It allows you to move at your pace, but it's also the promise, the support that you have in Dr. Gregg, which is amazing. So when you do feel stuck, he is available all the time. I don't know when he sleeps or when he rests.
Feels omnipresent.
He's just always there. And there are very few mentors that are so readily available with such expert knowledge. And nothing is too small or too big for him. And yes, our focus changed, our intentions changed, our language around the dinner table changed.
100%. Our son is benefiting from the knowledge we're learning, and we can't wait for him to sign up for the program. He's 14, and I think you need to be 16 or 18 to trade. So we cannot wait to set our son up for success. I just want to touch on who we think the program is for, because we come from such different backgrounds and professions. So Wynand is in a full-time, highly professional corporate job that takes 98% of his time. So for him, having to cut out time to actually digest through the content, apply what he learned was a challenge. And that's why we were willing to sacrifice a month holidays time to invest in this, because we know that this is what will change our futures. So for me, I have a little bit more flexibility. I work from home. I'm a stay-at-home mom, artist, online entrepreneur, and I was very intentional for the past few years to carve out flexibility around my schedule. So Wynand is very analytical and engineering mindset. I'm an artist. Numbers and finances and figures are not really my thing, but I promise you, if we could do it, you can do it. And our community is absolutely phenomenal. Do you want to speak about the people we've met on this journey and the support we found?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Placed globally. I don't always know where these folks are from, but we have managed to connect with several of them. So even the content available and the expertise and the knowledge and the motivation within the group's amazing. When you do have a down day, because it's not always great, especially in the beginning, you'll have an ecstatically well-structured training moment, and the next you drop down to almost nothing.
It's part of the learning.
It's part of the learning. But the motivation from the community was just stunning. So crucial part of success.
I think one of the things, so we're based in New Zealand, and having people a little bit ahead of you in the journey across continents, when you go live in your trades, there's a lot of things to keep into consideration. And having groups that are on the same page, people on the same journey, going through the same challenges as you, but being across countries or time zones, is so powerful. So we keep each other accountable. Like Wynand said, we motivate and encourage one another. And it's an absolutely phenomenal community. We feel so privileged to be a part of it and to have Dr. Gregg as a mentor. I mean, he's got 30 years of experience. He's got the heart of a teacher. His heart is to see every single person who joins succeed beyond your wildest expectations. And I we've just passed stage 1, so we haven't gone live yet. But seeing the results I got in my sim account, honestly, the potential of this course just blows my mind. And I cannot wait to see where we will be in a year from now.
Exactly. I could just concur. One other thing I just want to call out quickly is Dr. Gregg focusing on mindset as part of this journey. And mindset is an extremely crucial core component, and I just love the way that he's focusing in and zooming in on that as well. But
absolutely,
I don't know, with that I don't think I have anything else to
add. I think if you were wondering if this is something potentially for you, I think just make the investment in yourself and your future and that of your family. They will be forever grateful for the decision and the sacrifice you made in committing time. It does take commitment. You will have to invest time, you will have to invest finances, but I promise you that you will see a return beyond any expectations you could have. So Dr. Gregg, we love you. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Gregg. A life changer.
You are an answer to prayer. We love you.
If you felt a spark here and want to see how these principles can be used in your own trading, go to www.elitetradersuniversity.com/apply to book a free session with our team. We have helped hundreds of people remove the frustration and obstacles in trading to become consistent, highly profitable traders. These are proven principles that just work. Happy pipping!